Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast with me, your host and Pearl Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda here of Sight Defender of the Fatherland of here to a 1v1 on Taranto Coastline. In these we have Ihitto fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, also AFK. But forming up here with the... I believe this might just be the 15th Panzergrenadier in the southwest. We have the one and only Charlotte, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, and liberty here with the Armoured battle group here. So straight ahead with the 2nd Armoured Division, B Company. Straight, of course, with fast deployed veteran crews and very fast jeeps. Captain Crown there for Ihitto as he finally wakes up. Into the Infantry Company, and we got Coastal battle group here, perhaps partly just in response, like, you know, the AFK, as he just quickly get some troops going. So support here from the 210th Coastal Defense Battalion, or was it 710th? By the way, there's always a big hearty thanks to my supporters via Patreon. Big hearty thanks there, and a big thanks for keep commenting and liking videos so immensely there. And there you go, Charlotte, capitalizing on this, but going straight for the car pond, racing ahead here. Perhaps even going yeehaw, perhaps not, most likely not. But there you go, deepening up the coastal defense troops, the Italian troops there, being shot at by the 30 cal cutoff point C. So this is definitely what you call a rubbish start here for Ihitto. Does happen to cause you out AFK, but certainly against the Americans with Armoured battle group and fast jeeps, it's going to feel a bit extra bad here. So there you go. One poor shot there, it's 2 shots in fact down. So here the jeep is scoring several hits here. Not only to hit the cutoff points, but it's already getting like several... you know, squad members here dead. Half the squad is gone here, forced off the cutoff point. We got another one out here, but this jeep is doing very strong here. It's going to hit the cutoff point again. Really rough going here for Ihitto in the early game. Can't crack meanwhile, obliviously he's just ceasing most of the other points here. Round squad there for Charlotte. Not going for the cutoff point there. Interestingly enough, would have figured, you know, he'd try and move in for the cutoff point again, get into cover, then shoot at the jeep. It's like there's going to be the Pioneer supporting another push here by the Italian troops. There were a series of Italian coastal infantry divisions. Their basic task was to form up, like, you know, these defensive units to help particular positions along the Italian coast. They were typically not manned by high-grade Italian infantry, but also typically equipped with older stuff, like, you know, World War I artillery and such. Once the mix east, sandbags up there, another rough squad there for Charlotte. So far, rough going here, but Ihitto, of course, here making up for that with more than a lot of Italian troops here. Charlotte flying with the regular rifleman here, jeep being pushed back there. Picano bolt action rifle there slamming into the jeep. Back to threaten the fuel point there outside of Ihitto's base. Still though, thanks to the Ken Crad, in with like the cutoff point, they're taking for ages to get linked up. This is linked up. There's still going to be like a fair amount of terrain finally getting linked up. But even then, this does mean that Ihitto will be significant behind Charlotte economically here in the early game. So really strong here for Charlotte, of course, again, able to strongly exploit just the AFK moment there because of the Armoured battle group choice here. There you go, punishment assist here. Coastal troops, they're getting blasted with the rifle in the Garants. More pushing up here, taking heavy fire. We got grease guns, we got 30 cals, we got rifle there, and we see here a full route here from Ihitto, at least a big route. South side here, the Pioneers help turn the scales right outside of Ihitto's base here as Charlotte and the men of the 2nd Armoured keep up the pressure. Infantry support center almost done. Up north here, Scouts got the victory point. Straight up to the cutoff point, could even wire it off here. Mortars for Ihitto, no candidate for an MD42. I think either could have worked out, sort of. More fighting here. He's quick hunting down. We got mines off in the south here, killing one Pioneer. So far, rough start here for the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Coastal Searchers, they're being hunted down by Charlotte's engineers as she just keeps up the offensive. Captain out here, and this could very likely mean then motor pool soon, and of course Greyhounds, which is obviously going to make things even tougher here. So again, massive push on that cutoff point. I do think this one reason why I personally don't like the map is again the way this cutoff point works. For that matter, though, on the 1 to less point as well, they just you can really just find yourselves easily shut out of the entire map, which I don't think is great. But enough about that. We got motor pool here though for Charlotte. Troops are holding up here. Scouts poking in there. Got the southern fuel. But yeah, this is going to get extra uncomfortable here for Ihitto soon enough. No sign of the officer yet. Their coastal survey here being hit by both captain and jeep. MD42 on the scene, they should assist somewhat here. Even if the captain is in heavy cover, which of course means it's going to be tougher here for the machine gun tanks, like, you know, clear out. And jeep is likely to go for the cutoff point again. could consider some mines in the cut-off point to make it harder for Charlotte to just go straight for it. Got the Panzergun Company for Ihitto. Thumbs up to that. Guessing a Pack 40 here. Maybe Stooks. Probably not, though.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Captain launching up flanking assault here up north here. Coastal Reserve troops coming up as well. Machine gun turning around. Pioneers as well in the assist. Captain there being hammered by the MD-42. And a mortar here for Charlotte following up here. Causing over the MD-42 in the field. She does need something to help counter it a bit more consistently. South side, another push here. Flanking, in fact, for Charlotte's men. No sign of the Greyhound yet. Gonna be soon, I imagine. Captain force back here. Up north here, fighting here. Forces back here. The scouts unable to tackle the Italian reserve troops here. Mortar almost done there for Charlotte. So a lot of engagement. Got engineers supporting another push here. That's going to turn the tables around for Ihitto here. And Greyhound on the way there. Going to need a Pack 40 here. Going to need a Pack 40 very badly. Ken crossing about their scouts. Almost taken out there, but not quite. And there you go, Greyhound out, because again, with fast deploy, the Greyhound can get out very fast. And of course, the Vet 71. So for Ihitto, it's going to really be like, you know, a pack is going to be very necessary. And there you go, Pack 40 in the way, but of course, it's going to take a lot longer for that one to hit the field than it took the Greyhound to hit the field, that's for sure. Then pulling forwards, 50 cal being added. I imagine that we'll be looking at some armoured side skirts once Charlotte has some missions for that. But at the same time, she's clearly not particularly concerned right off the bat about anything shooting her armoured car. Machine gun sending out, no healing here for Ihitto. Again, the pressure's just been so immense, and again, the cut-off point is once getting hit. Some mines again could be an idea there. And there's no easy answers here in a sense. The up north here, Coastal serves the Greyhound. Pack 40 has arrived. And there you go, Italian troops have been routed by the Greyhound. Cut-off point there, narrowly defended by Ihitto for once. A swift counterattack there by countless Italian troops turns the tide. And we got Mortar 5, of course, raining down death here. Pack 40 moving up. Greyhound blasting there, getting a few hits in there, and perhaps a few kills. That's close to being a wipe here on Ihitto. Still not much going on with the battle group, but there you go. Great shot from the Pack 40. Ramming into the Greyhound and leaving it in a pretty bad state there. And here Charlotte makes the right choice in just pulling it back. We got a bunker up here. Going to be a medic bunker for healing. Plus, it provides reinforcements for free for the nearby coastal reserve troops. So, there's definitely good synergy here as well. Captain pushing forwards, threatening the cut-off point again. And we actually got here designated defensive line on the cut-off point, which is certainly also a way, I suppose, to tackle this map is with this particular ability, since makes the point a bit more defensive. I can't remember at all to make the point harder to grab. I don't think so, but just, you know, making use to fight around it is definitely a good idea. Up north here, though, we got Charlotte there swinging in, even as Ihitto's finally forming a more, you know, cohesive defense around the south. Charlotte just swings northward. So good read here by Charlotte on the map there. Good read. Bunker almost done here.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
Captain Crown need repairs as well. Greyhound there trying to stall up a German-Italian assault here by the south side of the map. Meanwhile, as Charlotte again is just busy grabbing north. Greyhound now upgraded, but took a hit from the Pack 40. Still can take more hits, courtesy of the armoured side skirts, so Charlotte can afford to be a bit more aggressive with it now. And there you go, we got the Scott out. Not the most common unit after they nerfed it, and the EC8 by extension, but, you know, still see some play here and there with some players who still understand that it's, you know, quite solid. Abandon the MD-42 that's sent farming with a cannon. North here, Captain Crab being flanked by the G. Situation for Ihitto remains rather challenging. The addition of the Scott there has not helped. Medic bunker up there for Ihitto and Swaziland.
Commandant, territory sector lost.
Cut-off point being hit again. Now we got the Grand and the Scott. He's going to threaten things up as well here. Certainly only making things further challenging here for Ihitto.
Sector now under enemy control.
251 half-track. Could be for Stummel, or maybe there's something else Ihitto is scheming. I don't know, but Red Sea 251 half-track actually, so I'm curious to see what he's planning here. Pack's getting a good hit in the Scott. Almost got a coastal reserve squad here. No, some of the officers yet here for Ihitto. Ralph squad there, though, fighting for the cut-off point. Resources in the north being completely cut off here. And we got BARs in there for Charlotte. Really just maintaining momentum and pressure versus the Germans. 251 out here. Going for the Stummel for some light artillery support here. Thumbs up. That is a bit more mobile in a sense, kind of like the Scott. Except sexier. Oh, you know, lacking a turret. But, you know, certainly more accessible and cheaper. More rifle there for Charlotte. Makes sense if you're going for bars. You definitely also want a lot of rifle to take advantage of them. Of course, the Scott did serve a slightly over different role than the Stummel. Like, it was more meant to, like, support the armoured units. Typically, one armoured battalion earlier would have, like, one of these for artillery support. But they would be replaced by the 105mm Sherman, at which point these would be shifted towards the armoured reconnaissance units for artillery support for those instead. Fun fact was, these were typically part of a Panzer Grenadier, you know, unit, would typically be there to provide light artillery support for the infantry at close ranges. Fun fact! Though they would also have versions of these for the reconnaissance units, typically either on the 250 half-track or on 234 armoured cars with the 230C. Fun facts! Bring on there, slamming into the Stummel here. Scott, though, going in pretty hard here for Charlotte. She is absolutely feeling confident here, though this could be a confidence that bites on the backside. White Phosphorus there, lighting up the entire plaza there. Grenades off in the Greyhound. Really fierce cut-off. Fighting again. Pioneers almost wiped out. Northeast Stummel there could blast out the Scouts with a 700 Kampfwagenkanone. Got the Scouts. Tiny win here for Ihitto, but better than nothing. That said, the pressure on him remains, well, quite frankly, immense. Some more infantry, though, could be an idea for Ihitto. Again, the officer, some Panzergrenadier. Just anything, I think, to help put more pressure on the field here against Charlotte. Kenkrat spotted here. Got munition surplus here on the way for Charlotte to make it easier to upgrade stuff. Very good. Got the offshot plus another Pack 40 here for Ihitto. Guess we're not looking at Stugs anytime soon. And there you go, Italian officer out with a Beretta M38 there. M38 Beretta, technically. Up north here, machine being hammered here. Got the northern fuel almost back here, but really heavy pressure here on Ihitto. Ralph's got them bounded by the Stummel. Grab northern points. At 40, number 2 almost done here. Ralph's got falling back in the face of this semi-mechanized push here by Ihitto and the German army. Second Pack 40 ready. And back to grabbing these northern points. Victory points wise, it's also looking pretty unfavorable for Ihitto. Officer leading the charge here. Scott Bombardi now. Certainly knowing who to target. Alright, Bob, I need you to target the guy with a funny hat. Yes, sir. Double packs on the Scott here, almost taking out there. Charlotte's Scott artillery piece there, and it does go down. Charlotte there slightly overestimating how proof it was against double packs, perhaps. Ralph's got diving in and going for the Pack 40s, trying to altogether wipe the officer. Stummel though nearby, bombarding here. Ralph's got they're taking some hits up north though. Big push by the rifleman. Greyhound diving in there. Almost got another squad there. Pressure is immense here, to be honest. 250 points left here as the 2nd Armoured continues to assail the positions of the 15th Panzer Grenadiers. Sean, I mean, finally got some actual Panzer Grenadiers. 2 thumbs up. This will also bring up the overall infantry total here. Oh, cancels it. Going for the Panzer Company instead. Perhaps thinking Starstruppen. Which, I mean, does make sense. Mortars on the move here. Still, Ihitto is showing some incredible resilience here, as you might have noticed. Like, despite just constant pressure on the cutoff point, he's able to, like, just slowly turn this around here. And the Stummel, I think, has been quite helpful in this. Oh, the Jeep! Slammed here with a Pack 40 at near point-blank ranges. No survivors. Oh, we could also see the ground here in Chobble now. Going to put up in front here with the Stummel and the Coastal Reserve Squad and the Pack 40. Damage. Oh, not damaging. The slight discomfort there for the crews that get shocked. Ground squad there, pushed back in front of the enemy for 2 Stummel diving in here. We can see there's Ihitto sensing opportunity goes for it. We got mortar pits and finding position now for Charlotte. She's lining up a second line here. Graham there going after the Stummel and then pulling back. So artillery positions now here from Charlotte. An interesting shift in strategy here from her. But again, that doesn't mean it's bad, but it's definitely not something, again, you'd see a lot there. But it does mean that Charlotte's going to be going up to like effectively 3 mortars, even though 2 of them are static. So on a map like this, mortar pits and the lights are very solid as well. They're due to the smaller range of the map there. It can be difficult to get your hands on. So this is a pretty cheeky shift here by Charlotte. Tank depot there almost ready. Mortar pit there. We got mortar fire called in for the offset. Engineers to close again. Officers being forced back here. Panzer Company is up. Could go for some Starstorm anytime now because he's not been going for a Panther 4 anytime soon. Some Starstorm could provide him with that more elite infantry edge to, like, you know, lead the way for the Italian troops then follow up on. Coastal Searchers, they're falling back up north here, going for the northern field point. So could go for the Starstorm now. I said could go for the Starstorm now. Oh well. Graham pushing northwards here. Tank depot up in a few moments. Interestingly, like most players, of course, in this situation would just rely heavily on EC8 call-ins, but that doesn't mean this is bad. Well, it's just, you know, an interesting choice there from Charlotte, but that's also what makes Charlotte, you know, well, interesting to watch. It doesn't just do, like, you know, what's all the rage in the meta game. Captain pushing forwards here. About to lose the Stummel here, though, if he's not careful. Another hectic mess here. And now we got so many mortar tubes here going off here on the positions of the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Still no Starstorm until it called in here. Trying to catch his Charlotte's men. There you go, MD42 halting them. Troops there caught in a bad spot here as well. We got 186 490. Rifle diving in here. The pressure remains quite fierce. And Ihitto's just forced, like, you know, run about. He can grab points. We've got a Sherman away for Charlotte. I mean, I suppose it is faster than just, you know, waiting up for the EC8. So there you go, M41 Sherman ready to support here the 2nd Armoured Division, and of course, very fast out with Veterans U1. And who needs call-ins when you get a tank almost as fast as a call-in? In fact, technically faster, but if you get enough resources, of course, you don't have to worry about cooldowns at all. Cancraft, they're taking hits here from the Sherman. At least getting shot at. Offs under fire there from all the mortars. Still no Starstorm. And the Cancrat goes poof. Machine gun there, forced back as well here. And Ihitto will need to silence these mortar pits somehow. We finally got some Starstorm. 2 thumbs up, though, ironically, when he's much, much closer to the Panther 4. At which point he might as well go for that one first, but... Oh, wait. Anti-tank guns on the way for Charlotte here. He's clearly starting to expect something armoured coming her way. And not an armoured ice cream man. Starstorm right around the corner. Hardened men of the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. There goes Starstorm ready. Anti-tank halfway done there for Charlotte. Engineers pushing back here. Theoretically, at least. The 176 482 Charlotte still has a massive lead here by Ihitto. Coastal Service are getting blasted here. Of course, still got those mortars going off left, right, and centre. Packs pushing northwards. Starstorm winging and machine gun support. Still not repaired here. He does have the Pioneers, but I guess he's just been too busy. Packs engaging the Sherman. Several hits here. Slamming into the Sherman crew, forcing it to withdraw here rapidly. Starstorm leading the charge here, backed up with the info 2. And there we go. Charlotte's Riflemen overcome by sheer volume of fire here from countless MD42s. Problem going up close here. Mortar push back here. Though, of course, there's still the matter of the mortar emplacements. Both Veterans U1 here. Up north, the victory point falling into the forces of the United States. Gray and they're hiding out. And of course, trying to grab this point while under fire from countless mortars is certainly a challenge, and honestly a bit risky for the Starstormers. They're going to be certainly the most expensive to lose on a task like this. Still, can't go for the Panther 4 soon enough. Stormer there finally being repaired. Not much more in terms of abilities, though. We also got EC8s there being lined up now for Charlotte. Panther 4 there for Ihitto. 2 thumbs up. Machine there catching the captain and quickly suppressing it. There we go. We got Coastal Wall and we got Bulwark. And I feel like he could have gone for the one lab to reinforce troops like every so and so minutes for free, maybe, instead of this one. It's not like he's building a lot of bunkers, at least not yet. Storming though, way too close. They're getting hit with the anti-tank gun. Of course, not expecting an anti-tank at this point. Stummel down. Good kill here for Charlotte. Removes a veteran infantry. Pioneers team with advancing riflemen, mortifying the coastal service there, again slamming into them. Sherman joining into this cacophony of death and destruction. Pioneers about to get, well, murdered here by the riflemen. Panther 4, though, has finally arrived here for Ihitto and the German army. The Deutsches Panzerwaffe starts swimming forwards. Up north, you got the coastal service pushed back with the Greyhound and the rifle squad here. Almost a full triple capital on Ihitto, and the German situation is looking increasingly desperate here in the south. Rifle forced off. Got the artillery being called in somewhere, though I'm not entirely sure where. Rifle squad pushed back, Panther 4 going in. And we got another push forward here. Hellcats on the way for Charlotte, in response, of course, to the arrival of the Panther 4. It becomes, you know, very good when there's tanks in the field. Less so when there's not. Quick counterattack here by Charlotte, looking to deny the Germans that victory point here. And the Starsman just frankly holding on here for dear life before, well, it gets snuffed out. Again, these mortar emplacements or mortar pits are being a massive pain in the posterior for Ihitto. One thing you could do is flank in with a Panther and go for it, in fact. But again, at the same time, again, this is one of the reasons why I don't like this cutoff point or this man. It kind of really forces you to focus on the south, whereas previously you could focus more on the north side. The way the cutoff point works, you're really punished at times to go for the north side to any degree. So it kind of times I feel like creates some less than ideal gameplay. And I do hope in a future update they just remove the cutoff points, because I think for a map the size of Taranto Coastline, the cutoff points were distinctly unnecessary. And just actually destructive rather than constructive. But that's just me anyways. Showing them being forced back. Packs moving up. Starstorm machine guns on the move.
We are down to 100 points.
100 points left here by Ihitto. Can soon go for another Panther 4. There we go. More aggressive push up north here. Artillery being called in for the officer to support here. Packs on the move as well here. Charging in there. Could use the officer's ability to boost nearby troops, I think. Panther 4 moving in. Greyhound nearby. Rifle squad forced off here. Slight mortar hit here. Corporal Bo there falls back here. Bo Boson from Wisconsin. Rifle squad moving up here. MD42 setting up here. South side there. Rifle squad BSE. Panther 4 they're forced back here by the Hellcat and the Entertain gun. At the same time, though, it is worth noting, like, the more that, you know, Ihitto push up north, he also slightly forces Charlotte to a degree to spread out her forces more. So, obviously, this has both risks and rewards here, but, like, the more Charlotte's also forced to spread out, it gives Ihitto more time to chance to, like, maybe catch Charlotte a bit off guard. Of course, it creates the same situation in reverse for him. So, it's obviously not that risks, but I think in some regards, it probably helps out Ihitto a wee bit more. Considering he's got a bit more infantry than just battalions. Panther going for the Sherman machine gun in trouble here. It's a really messy situation. Really chaotic, but again, I think to some degree, Ihitto needs chaos considering how far he's behind. He needs, like, you know, see if he can't make an opportunity for himself. Pack cleared out. Oh, Hellcats dashing in. Coastal service nearby. Absolutely crazy combat here. Going for the southern point. It's really tricky to keep track of here now that things are just getting absolutely lively like this. Can go for another Panther 4. There we go. Thumbs up to Ihitto. Pack repositioning. Panther 4 there. And Hellcat clashing out there. Packs joining in. Almost got it. Starstorm down to just 3 men, but they're so low and healthy that, like, one good sneeze is going to just drop them dead. Up north here, Pioneer spotted by the Greyhound and pushed back here. Charlotte not falling for Ihitto's tricks. Perhaps that was the trick in the first place, to draw the Greyhound away from the front line. Good for thought. Now the Hellcat here, as the previous one did go up in flames. Panther 4 in dire need of repairs. Really hectic early stuff. Panther 4 almost done. Armoured side skirts could be a good addition here, though, for Ihitto. Makes Panther 4 a bit tougher. More Pioneers until it called in there. Really just action all over the place here. Charlotte just going up for the Hellcats now. Of course, at this point, I think she could just go for Allied War Machine to make them cheaper, which obviously would help out Charlotte a bit. Almost got the offset, but couldn't get there. Captain Giorgio Giovanni. Although friends, of course, just call him Giorgio. Coastal troops, they're pushing forwards. Bringing there, flanking the coastal service. But yeah, Ihitto's like, you know, surprisingly in this match, despite, you know, the kind of like matchup he's in and the fact he was AFK in the early game. Really impressive work there, to be honest. But there you go. Coastal Service and the Starstorm here dealing with advancing Ralph squad. MD42 joining in. Routing the Riflemen. Panther 4's on the move. Up north here, we got Sherman's Grounds on the move as well there. Mortar pits by both ace level. No armored side because if Ihitto still. Oh dear, gonna push the Panther 4's north. He's got a pack and the Sherman in the wait here. First Panther 4, they're getting slammed here as Oberleutnant Gerhard Ritter charges in. And we got pack support as well here. Sherman goes down. Charlotte's in another position to under-supported, and so ultimately gets overwhelmed here by the sheer brutality of Charlotte's push. Ihitto's push, not Charlotte's push. Unless she's schizophrenic, which I don't think she is. Machine gun is about to get cleared up with the Greyhound and the Rifle Squad, and White. Ihitto, of course, it's not all the danger yet, and Charlotte is a very fierce opponent as we've seen previously. Starstorm are joining in. Coastal Service there, of course, supporting the mighty Starstorm. For those wondering, was Starstorm a sort of official unit? No. But that said, it was very much an unofficial designation. German commanders would give to, like, you know, more elite veteran troops that you hold back in reserve, typically for counterattacks where necessary or, like, exploiting opportunities. They would be designated as Starstorm. So they sort of existed. Sort of, but just not like, you know, they had, like, you know, the 5th Starstorm Division or something like that. But they would typically, like, you know, made up, like, you know, some of the best men, and they'd just be, like, you know, laden with grenades and, like, you know, heavy weaponry. Like machine guns and other automatics to get their hands on. Mines here from Ihitto. Another Panther 4 there for Ihitto. It's going to be a lot more of an armoured force here. Good. Armoured sights, because, of course, will still be a great help to help, you know, deflect some of the shots from the Hellcats. Well, deflect, but, you know, absorb them. And so Charlie, getting out some tanks could still be a good idea here, to be honest. Or at least get out some more infantry. Pack recruit here as well. Got mines here. Really smart move done by Ihitto, of course, to just start laying down a lot of mines, particularly with the coastal wall, which for some reason doesn't just allow you to lay down mines even faster, it allows you to do so cheaper. Which honestly I do think is a bit much. Greyhound there, Hellcat knocked out here, and he's charging in there. Charlotte seems to be running into a bit of a, shall we say, brick wall here, though. Oh, coastal wall. Oh. Best puns here in the Propagandacast. No. Captain Force back here, telecalling Starstorm riding the Rifleman. And I think Charlotte may want to, like, see if she can't pull off another strategic shift here, but I do think some tanks could go a bit far here for her. Would you bring up more anti-tank guns? Not necessarily bad either. There we go, armoured sights goes here for Ihitto. As support from the 16th Panzer Division, it finds more and more its way here towards the 15th. Anti-tanks, they're falling back. Obviously they're busy. Leading by example. Just is too bad there's not really many to lead in that area.
We have finished the research.
There we go, Schutzen up. Making those Panther 4s tankier. There we go. Machine guns, anti-tanks, they're all blazing at the advancing German forces, but it's not quite going smoothly here for Charlotte. With that many Panther 4s here, it becomes a bit tough here for Charlotte to just easily deal with them. Greyhound there in trouble, anti-tanks in trouble, Hellcat down. Greyhound out. Really strong push here by Ihitto and the German Panzerwaffe cleaving the way here. Through Charlotte's strongest point here, like it's made out of cake. Starts from the inhibits from the ace mortars, definitely, if possible. Ihitto should commit some tanks to just finishing off these. And I think the Starstorm probably should just withdraw, at least clear out the anti-tank first here. Mortifying the Panthers, doing some light damage there. Could destroy the anti-tank gun there. That could be pretty good there. Go caught with the MV42, which Charlotte snatched off Ihitto. The Starstorm narrowly make it out of there. And even as this is happening, though, Charlotte is exploring this to go for the victory points. Keep up the pressure. Keep up the bleed there on Ihitto. 2 thumbs up there. That's it. I think the weight And the Senators have, like, you know, really shifted in the favour of Ihitto now. He's got the Panzer advantage here.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Whereas Charlotte is now a bit in a problem there. Also didn't get the anti-tank and they destroy it, which is definitely also big there for Charlotte. And again, mortar pits are just, you know, doing what they're doing best. Outshining Brad Pitt. Because who needs Brad Pitt when you got mortar pit? Of course, this does mean that Charlotte's membership to the Brad Pitt fan club has very much been rendered null and void. Anyways, Panther 4 withdrawing here from the northern victory point. Now they're entertaining there for Charlotte. Bit of quiet here for once. Bit of quiet. Significant casualty disparity. Got the Starstorm against the Engineers here, firing back with the M3 grease guns against the advancing Starstorm. They're holding the line for now, but for how much longer can they hold here? Well, just enough for the machine gun to arrive, I suppose, and of course the mortar pits just keep doing what they do best. 73 to 57. Panther 4, column on the move again here. And we got here designate defensive line. Using it a bit more aggressively, actually, interesting enough. Panther Force are sailing forward, see anti-tanks flying away at the Panther Force. But not quite concentrated enough, also lack of infantry to screen against the Panther Force just diving straight in. Still, lead Panther 4 there, led up of the two Panther Force falling back here. And overall, in the end, the assault is forced back here.
Victory point is under enemy control.
That could have been worse. At least he only lost one Panther 4, didn't lose all of them. Turn this to like some kind of like Italian Avdivka. So, triple anti-tank and tier riflemen and such. Another Panther 4 there for Ihitto. Fixing up the Panzer 4 as well. Could try and make a move for the northern victory point. There you go, moving forwards. Got an ace coastal reserve squad there, supporting the Starstruppen. And then Veggie 2. Out of the line here on the heavy 5 enemy 2 mortar 5 course continues to be a persistent and massive threat here. They've definitely been a massive investment there for Charlotte. 40 there. To go. Ooh, fighting there on Panther 4. He's leaving it half health here.
Panzer 4 reporting in.
Fresh Panther 4 out. Might be worth considering investing into an officer's quarters here for Ihitto, to be honest. He's in trouble. Routes moving forward. See anti-tank as they're holding the line. Anti-tank is moving up. Panther 4 bombarding there. Panther 4 is the Rav Squad. The Rav Squad are taking massive losses. High explosive shells there, slamming into them. There you go. Anti-tank is there. Charlotte is very aggressive with them. Of course, a good flank could leave them quite toast. Fortunately for Charlotte, that is not happening. In fact, we got the armor-piercing rounds here, which means the anti-tank does as much damage as an tank destroyer now to the Panther 4 here. Also in good penetration. They can very quickly knock it out here. Starstorm and CoH3 another hit. Starstorm hitting the mine there. North here, fresh fighting there. Got 55 to 46 here. Another Hellcat for Charlotte. The Shermans, and certainly no easy 8s. Because again, mortar pits beats Brad Pits. Fixing up the Panther 4 there.
Confirmed. Ability activated.
Designated defensive line here. Starstorm somehow surviving. I think actually what Ihitto's doing is just using the Starstorm as bait, because they do present, in a sense, the bigger target for the mortar pits. So that's actually kind of cheeky but clever. Also cynical in colours, but you know, it's never new for German commanders. I mean, Walter Model was notorious for that, just sacrificing like units like that to achieve a bigger goal as far as he was concerned. Continues being 40 route squads following up here. 55 to 21. So Charlotte again has to like figure out a move. One move she could like try and do is actually swing up here and get behind Ihitto's front line, but it seems like Charlotte's going to go straight ahead here rather than trying to like find a gap here, or even going for the front flank here. Arguably a bit risky here, though, of course, becomes a bit more necessary with the anti-tank guns, but also has some risks here for Charlotte. Oh, and he's calling down money with the Panther 4. Great shot there. Almost wiped them there. And they're down. They are down, ladies and gentlemen. Route squad moving up here, pushing westwards the coastal service. Anti-tank is moving forwards. Panther 4 flanking back. The south side here, route squad about to get wiped with the Starstorm and the Panther 4 combo. Anti-tank catching the Hellcat here. It's really frenetic action now. It's several points here. Starstorm that continues to just be a magnet for all of Charlotte's weapons, honestly. Grenade assault here, Steelhand Grenade with what I assume to be fragmentation sleeves. As they definitely pack a bigger punch than the regular ones, so that's kind of like the only way that makes sense. And yes, they were actually not fragmentation grenades like the American pineapple grenade. They were concussive grenades relying on a larger, just high explosive force, meant for mostly stunning. Of course, also just harming and killing someone, but there's definitely also a large stun factor in it. Basically flashbangs before flashbangs. Just lethal flashbangs. Panda 4 down though. Hellcat down. Stuff is exploding left and right here. We got a Sturmpanzer now here for Ihitto, deciding to shift up the tempo here. We got a push for the northern victory point here by the villa. But at the same time, we got a coastal service squad sneaking up behind Charlotte here, going for the victory point that way. In the south, straight into a mine. Artillery called in the pack 40 here. Pioneer, Starstorming northwards here. Plus, he hasn't sent the Starstorm northwards soon, actually. Sturmpanzer halfway done, going for the victory point right behind Charlotte's nose here. Panther pushing northwards. Hellcat almost down there for Charlotte. We got 34s to an 80 here. There we go, moving in. Anti-tankers are well positioned, but the right hand are not, and so are easily routed. Sturmpanzer 4 ramming here for Ihitto. Panther 4 getting heavily damaged here. Anti-tank guns in deep trouble. Moving ahead with the Sturmpanzer 4 with its 150mm cannon. Anti-tank and then trouble. There goes sniped by the coastal service and their Kakano bolt action rifles. Mortar fire there, raining down death here. Panther 4 moving up. Hellcats. Anti-tanks engaging the Panther 4. There goes Sturmpanzer moves in. Clears out the anti-tank gun. Panther 4 in trouble. Sturmpanzer though plows forwards here. Like an icebreaker through, well, American ice. Coastal service in trouble. It goes in the face of the Sturmpanzer. It might as well be American ice cream. Which is obviously a bit overkill with an icebreaker, but I mean, I'm sure it creates a really excellent mental picture in the heads of my viewers, so who cares? Round score is the Starstorm here, 20 points versus 270 here. Everything is hanging in the balance here. Can Charlotte pull it off here? But the forces at this point are so depleted. The question is, can they go? Sturmpanzer going for the mortar pits. Ihitto's had enough. Sturmpanzer being flanked here. One mortar pit down. Tank 1 about to get knocked out. Got it. Hellcat slamming at the Sturmpanzer. 20 with 256 here. Cap not on the victory point. Machine gun in trouble here.
Maintain the front line. The enemy have 250 points left.
Heavy damage there, and there go. GG. Game over. Charlotte concedes a victory for Ihitto despite being AFK and despite a really strong start from Charlotte. Things slightly fell awry there for Charlotte around the mid-game as Ihitto slowly stabilized. And I think was able to exploit some of the mistakes that Charlotte made. And Charlotte, I think, at some point became perhaps a bit too rigid in her approaches to the way Ihitto set up stuff there, which I think further helped him out. I think there's also slightly higher reliance on the Hellcats than was necessary. I think some tanks were done a lot that good. Like an EC8 there, you know, with its HREP rounds could I think have been quite helpful, or just 100 farm membership. Just, I think, a slight change in the force composition there, and perhaps a bit more infantry would have helped out Charlotte a fair bit there. But oh, I hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell a friend, tell a family. And as always, you can support the Propagandacaster by donating a pledge on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.